All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now, look, I am here to educate myself. I don't know nothing about Drake besides him being on that show Degrassi when he was in a wheelchair, but I never seen the show. I really haven't been a fan of his. I don't consider him a rap artist or hip hop. I just considered him an artist. But with this beef going on with him and Kendrick, which has gotten really serious, and I've said that I want to see receipts because only thing I knew about with him was the whole Millie Bobby Brown situation. And that's enough alone. But it was a lot of accusations that Kendrick was saying, man, talking about his camp and stuff. So I'm here on the Internet Odysseys channel, and it says Drake's disturbing history. Video was made 9 months ago. Again, appreciate all the love and support with you guys coming over. I just want to see if some stuff that's talked about in here ties into what Kendrick Lamar is saying. It's like this man is like the next Diddy. Boy, it's crazy. It's crazy. But he came for the wrong person. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
The Drake thing. When did you first meet him?
He was a fan of women's high school basketball.
Can you imagine if there was a grown man where throughout his adulthood, well into his 20s and now into his late 30s, he's consistently caught just being really interested in teen girls?
You cannot text a 14-year-old girl, I miss you so much.
We've seen so many examples of this behavior from them.
If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, I miss you so much, would you not think that's weird?
Like, what does he say? About boys. He helps me.
What is the dude name?
Drake's rise to success
To
is
catch
nothing
a-
short of impressive. With over 170 million records sold and 193 awards, 36-year-old Drake is ranked as the highest certified digital singles artist in the United States. From his radio-friendly hits to his nice
And now everybody calling him a certified creep. Boy, have the times have changed. I tell you, man, this brother, if you gonna come out trying to do a rap beef with somebody, you better, I mean, woo.
6-year-old Drake is ranked as the highest certified digital singles artist in the United States. From his radio-friendly hits to his nice guy image, it's rare to hear anything negative about the artist. However, over the past 14 years, a pattern has emerged, leading to some fans questioning what's going on behind the scenes. The conversation started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck. He then says that he's going to get carried away, before asking how old she is.
How old are you?
Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail, before turning back to her and saying, 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all of this. He continues saying, I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your feel against my chest. He then kisses her on the cheek as well as her forehead, before ending the bit and continuing.
Yeah, you done. You done. You done. Here's my question, because I know this dude has a lot of fans. For you Drake fans out there, this don't bother y'all at all? Y'all good with this? I'm just asking. Y'all good? See, I feel like people won't say nothing because they don't know the girl. Let this be like their sister or their daughter. Be different, right? You would think.
the show. Now, it's understandable that this was crowd interaction gone wrong, but him continuing to make sexual comments about her body and kissing her multiple times after learning her age had some fans raising their eyebrows. However, this wouldn't be the last time Drake finds himself around minors. In a 2023 No Jumper interview with producer Lil Cece, she discusses how she first met Drake, saying that in 2015 she was on a high school basketball team, and Drake, being a fan of women's high school basketball, followed both her teammate and herself.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her.
At the time, Drake would have been 29. The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baka Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking. The now deleted post read, "Something in the air today, a lot of good things happening at once, but this one means the most. Been waiting 11 months, Baka finally home." 1 year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14. A big part of the conversation here is, why does Drake routinely find himself around 14 to 17-year-old girls? What does a 25-year-old man have in common with a 14-year-old? And wouldn't it feel weird to date someone you've always known to be a child right after they legally become an adult? In 2000,
that was the whole Diddy situation with Lori Harvey. Yeah, man. I just, again, not being a fan of his, I had no real backstory. Thank you, Kendrick. Because Kendrick got me, boy, he got me swimming and diving for stuff. Because I'm like, hold on, man. This is a lot of stuff that came out.
2018, a now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled Nice for What, featuring the line, "High school pics, you was even bad then." 3 months later, on July 22nd, an article titled, "What Would You Do If Your Teenager Became an Overnight Instagram Sensation" was released by The Guardian, detailing a story about 16-year-old Charlie D'Alessio going viral on Instagram after being tagged in pictures at Coachella. The article describes the photos as Charlotte wearing bodysuits, bikini tops, and jean shorts. Her mother, Christina Ford, recounts the moment she realized how popular the photos were making her daughter, saying they were in the back of the car chatting away and checking in on social to say they were in Toronto, just like normal teenagers. And then suddenly Madison was like, "Oh god, it's Drake FaceTiming us. Should I answer?" As Ford drove on, listening to her daughter and her friend chatting away in the back seat with one of the biggest hip-hop stars on the planet, she felt the world as she knew it shifting under the wheels of her car. I thought, okay, she's hanging out with Drake. I guess this is for real. Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded, featuring the line, "We coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby." And 2 months later in September, 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown would attend the Emmys and mention in a red carpet interview that her and 32-year-old Drake text after meeting each other in Australia after he invited her to his concert, and that their conversations mostly consist of Drake giving her boy advice and saying how much they miss each other.
We just texted each other the other day and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more."
This was the first time Drake's pattern of being around underage girls really began circulating online, with many people speculating what someone with an 18-year age gap can really have in common.
I'm 34 years old.
Yeah.
If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, "I miss you so much," and she was replying to me, "I miss you more," would you not think, hold on here a second, that's weird?
Millie would take to Instagram and defend Drake, saying, "Why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? You guys are weird, for real. I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time to help me further my..."
Yeah, because you're too young to understand it. You're too young. I'll tell you like this. As a man, again, a parent in general, but as a man, if you got a daughter out there who's being texted, a 14-year-old daughter being texted by someone 30, think about that. That's why I say a lot of times I feel like because people are these celebrities, they get a pass. No, man. This is worse than I thought.
Career and offer their wisdom and guidance.
called
I'm very
grooming.
blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me. It's nice to have people understand what I do. Now get back to talking about real problems in this world other than my friendships. Jeez. However, a month later, as Drake was on tour, blind items began circulating, with people speculating who the noted foreign-born A-plus list singer/rapper could be. A year later, on November 25th, 2019, 17-year-old Billie Eilish sat down for an interview with Vanity Fair and revealed that one of the most famous people in her phone is Drake. She would go on to say that Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only texted him, but he's so nice. He does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? Between the Millie Bobby Brown interview and now this one with Billie Eilish, some people really started to question why a now 33-year-old man is in contact with so many children, pointing out that if you remove the celebrity status of everyone, this sort of relationship would never be supported. On
Right.
October 1st, 2020, Drake rapped on 21 Savage's song, Mr. Right Now, saying the line, "Yeah, said she wanna fuck to some SZA. Wait, cause I used to date SZA back in 08. In 2008, Drake would have been 22, and SZA would have just been 17. In a tweet, SZA confirmed that they did date, but insisted that their dynamic didn't involve anything underage or creepy. However, the following September, 35-year-old Drake released an album titled Certified Lover Boy with a song titled Poppy's Home, featuring the line, "Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a Magic City parking lot." This turned heads, as Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for pre-K to 12th grade students,
Right.
and Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta. As the album contains 21 songs, and Drake was
That's where you got Bronny James, Juju Watkins, Scottie Pippen kids. I mean, a lot of people went there. Boy, whew. Kendrick is like this right now. I don't even know if he smoked. I think he did. He just chilling, waiting. My goodness, man. Again, for all the young girls out there who, like SZA saying there was nothing creepy, they don't understand what grooming means. They don't. And again, where are the damn parents?
with Kanye West at the time, it's not surprising that this single line managed to be overlooked. It's entirely possible that Drake really is just a nice guy, and perhaps his pattern of talking to underage entertainers is innocent, as he was somewhat of a child star himself. However, dating someone you've known since they were a minor as soon as they turn 18 is bizarre, and no one other than a celebrity would get a pass for this pattern of behavior. Following high school women's basketball as a 29-year-old isn't a common thing, nor is telling a 14-year-old how much you miss them when you're 32 and bear no relation. Women who claim to have hooked up with Drake all detail a similar, elaborate setup involving security guards, NDAs, getting copies of their licenses, and taking their phones away. So the possibility of a whistleblower coming forward is pretty low, but perhaps in the future, as these child and young adult celebrities often found around Drake grow up, we'll get a clearer idea of what their relationship was really like.
Right.
Despite Drake's nice guy reputation, his security team has a controversial history. During Drake's first headline tour in 2010, a fan by the name of Jeremy Soriano claimed that one of Drake's bodyguards punched him in the mouth when he tried to compliment Drake at a club in Jacksonville, Florida. During an interview with Fox 30, Jeremy alleged that Drake proceeded to push him and that he had to get 6 stitches by the end of the night. A friend of the victim, who was also a witness, alleges that following the incident, as Drake entered his tour bus, he flipped both of them off and said, "F you, you're nothing." 2 years later, Drake and his team were involved in a massive brawl at a New York City club with Chris Brown, after Chris sent Drake a bottle of champagne as a peace offering. At the time, Chris Brown had been separated from Rihanna for 3 years, and as Drake was hanging around her a lot, Chris figured the gesture would help clear the air. However, according to New York Daily News, after receiving the bottle of champagne, Drake returned it to Chris with a note reading, "I'm still Rihanna," leading to the two groups throwing bottles and glasses at each other. Afterwards, photos of staff members cleaning the glass off the floors emerged, and Drake's team released a statement insisting that Drake wasn't involved in the brawl at all. According to TMZ, in 2016, a server at the popular Hollywood nightclub Delilah claimed that he was punched in the face by one of Drake's bodyguards because he wouldn't get out of the bathroom so Drake could come in and use it in private. According to Insider.com, the server sued the restaurant, the rapper, and Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. over the incident. The victim also alleges that Drake ordered the beating after making a throat cut gesture to his entourage.
Wow.
In a video leaked to TMZ, the victim can be seen on security camera before being punched in the face by a member of Drake's security, while others soon join in on the attack, all while Drake watches. Following the attack, and the lawsuit, other employees of Delilah were allegedly afraid to return to work. The next year in 2017, Drake's security team would go viral after a dashcam recording showed them bullying a driver on a street in Toronto, forcing them to the side of the road so that Drake's entourage could bypass traffic. After a driver complained, Drake's bodyguard threatened them, saying he'll take his Tesla. That same year, Shawn Mendes would appear on an episode of The Tonight Show and describe his encounter with Drake's security at a weekend concert. According to his story, Shawn Mendes, having previously met Drake a couple days prior, attempted to say hi to him at the show. However, Drake's bodyguard allegedly stopped him before he even had a chance to do so, saying, "The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the weekend show with my arm hooked behind my back. Drake's security guard had me completely at his mercy." He went on to say that Drake saw what happened and told his bodyguard to let him go, saying, "Don't do that, you don't know who that is." And in 2021, a video went viral alleging a member of Drake's security team was on drugs and barking at people.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it was a part where I knew Drake's security was throwed off. I said, "You good, man?" That nigga looked at me and said, "Row."
After going over some of these less than stellar moments, it becomes easier to understand how Drake has managed to keep up his nice guy image over the past 14 years of his career, as it seems as though the musician surrounds himself with a large group of people to keep attention off of him by carrying out actions on his behalf.
What an excellent video to really give me, some insight to how all this ties in with Kendrick is talking about. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. It's really hard for me to listen to like rap music. A lot of the stuff some of these artists rap about, they ain't never been through. They haven't. And I think that's what is an issue with Drake. I could have been a rapper. All I got to do is rap about my life and childhood and what I seen and stuff. I'm pretty sure I went through more things than most people growing up in the ghetto of South Central Los Angeles. And I lived in Compton for a while. A lot of people don't know I went to high school with The Game. He was in the 10th grade. I was in the 9th grade. But when you are gonna portray some type of tough guy image, somebody's gonna call you out. And I feel like Drake feels like he's so protected, that nobody can infiltrate that circle. And until someone did. Until someone in that circle, like they're alleging that someone leaked out some stuff to Kendrick, and Kendrick's about that life as far as, what he's seen, what he's been through. So I'm not the one to be condoning violence or nothing like that. All I'm just saying is, it's certain things you ain't supposed to be doing. Like they say, you go, who said, was that Ice Cube? I forgot. When you go to LA, watch those loud colors. Like, you got to watch what you wear. You can't just, and you know, the culture, it's tough, man, because you hate to see all the violence, all that type of stuff, man. I just feel that Drake really picked the wrong person to battle, as far as he should have kept it on wax in a, how do you say it? Because again, once Kendrick even said it, when you started to talk, when you mentioned my family, that's where he was like, it was a friendly exposition or whatever, and he brought up the family. So good night, and that's where we are today. But yeah, I'm glad I watched this and I have more insight now. I get it now. Okay, so appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Peace out.